we have this thriving ecosystem for accessories. There are thousands of developers building thousands and thousands of accessories that work great with iPods and with iPhones. Right. Here's one of the more popular ones, a speaker. And with a speaker, you can plug your iPhone right into it and now listen to your music right over that speaker. Well, with the iPhone 3.0 SDK, we're going to take this support to the next level. We're going to enable accessory developers to build custom applications that talk right to the accessory. So in this example, the speaker manufacturer could build an application, an equalizer application, that is actually controlling directly the hardware equalizer of the speaker. So here's another example, an FM transmitter. FM transmitters are great if you have, say, a car that doesn't have a built-in iPod connector. And what they do is they allow you to stream your music from your iPhone over FM right to your car stereo. Well, with iPhone 3.0, the developer can build a custom application that pairs up with this accessory, with that FM transmitter, and automatically finds the optimal FM station over which to broadcast, tunes it in automatically, and now you're listening to your music. Now here's another class of applications we think are going to be really interesting, and those are medical devices. You could have, say, a blood pressure cuff, and write a custom application now which takes your blood pressure. It could take it, it could record it over time, it can chart it, and if there's an issue or a downward trend that you're worried about, it could optionally have a button to send your blood pressure history to your doctor, to your healthcare professional. So, what we're doing is we're enabling developers now to take more advantage of accessories, writing custom applications that can talk directly to these accessories. They talk to the accessories over the dock connector, and now also wirelessly over Bluetooth. We support all the standard built-in protocols. So these are things like playing music and pausing music, getting album artwork. In addition, you can build your own custom protocols if you want. So you have all the power you need to build an accessory, build a custom application to take the best advantage of that, and talk to that accessory in whatever way you need to make it great. And that's what we're doing for accessories. Next, maps. Now we've worked with Google to build an incredible Maps application into the iPhone. And we've had developers who have come to us and said, I'd love to embed a map into my application. And some developers have gone out and licensed tiles themselves and already done this. But they keep coming back to us, asking us to build something that feels natural, a Cocoa Touch control that can wrap our Maps control and put it into their application. And that's exactly what we're doing with iPhone 3.0. We're taking the heart of the Maps application and making it a public API so developers can now embed that map right in their app. Here's an example. Let's say you have a concierge application. Right up there now is the public Maps API embedded, a control embedded right in there. Now this really is the heart of our map application. And that means you have things like pinch and zoom. It supports satellite view and hybrid view and standard map view. You can even add your own custom annotations right on top of the map. You can add your own location in there, and it'll track your location based on GPS if you're on an iPhone 3G, and Wi-Fi and cell tower triangulation. And you can even reverse geocode your location. So, a Maps control using that Google Maps service that you can now embed directly into your application. We think this is going to be really useful. We know a lot of developers out there that would love to embed this Google Maps service right in their app. Now, there is one more thing we're doing with Maps. And that is, we're enabling developers to use core location as the basis of turn-by-turn direction applications. So, Core location gives you your location on an iPhone 3G with GPS, also with Wi-Fi and cell tower triangulation. And now you can build a turn-by-turn direction using that real-time location from core location. Now there is one catch. It is bring your own maps. Due to licensing, we cannot pass on the right to use the built-in map tiles for turn-by-turn. Now there are already a lot of developers out there who either own their own map tiles or have licensed them to use with turn-by-turn. And so for all of you, you'll now be able to use and create turn-by-turn direction applications for the iPhone. Next, push notification. You know, we're late on this one. We announced this last year, and we expected to have this up in production by the end of the year, and we didn't. And there's a few reasons for this. Most importantly, within 2 months of launching the App Store, we had over 1,000 applications on the App Store. And we had over 100 million applications that had been downloaded. And a huge number of developers came to us saying how excited they were about push notifications and how they were going to use it in volumes that we hadn't considered. And so we had to completely re-architect the server infrastructure for push notifications. And that's what we've spent this last 6 months doing, completely re-architecting it to make it really, really scalable. And that was when we had 100 million downloads. Now we've had over 800 million downloads. So this is what we've been targeting. So now we're good to go. Now, we were asked, well, why don't you just do background processes? I mean, it's easier for us to do background processes. And the answer is it's not good for the customer for a number of reasons. One is battery life. Background processes drain your battery. They don't let your phone go to sleep when it needs to. They don't let it go to the lowest power state. And actually, we've been testing this. We've been running some background processes on some other phones. And I remember one test in particular. We took a popular instant messaging client, and we ran it on a Windows mobile phone, on an Android phone, and on a BlackBerry. Didn't send or receive any instant messages, just turned the app on so it would run in the background. And we measured the standby time, right? So the battery life as measured by standby time. And in all cases, the standby time dropped by 80% or more, just by having that background process on. Now, anything you're going to do is going to take some battery life. Even push notifications take some. So we took a third-party push notification instant messaging application, ran it on iPhone 3.0, and that battery life, the standby, only decreased by 23%. So it's a much better model for battery life. Next, performance. By their very nature, a background process is chewing up CPU cycles. And so it's slowing down that foreground application that you want to be snappy. So because of that, we are doing push notifications, and we're really excited about it. And we've been working with third-party developers already, and they are thrilled with what we can offer. Here's how it works. Let's say you have an instant messaging application. And while it's running, it's connected to your server. So if you want to send a notification up there, you just talk right to your application. But when you quit the application, you no longer have this connection open. That's where the Apple push notification service comes into play. It has a persistent connection open to the phone. And so this third-party server just passes its notifications through the Apple push notification server. There are 3 types of notifications you can push. One is a badge, so you can badge how many items are waiting for the user. You can also badge audio alerts. And this can be whatever sound you want for your application. It's customizable for your application. You can also send text alerts. Text alerts appear the same way that SMSs appear. And you can even add a button where if the user taps on that button, they'll launch right into your application. Now, of course, the reason we're doing these, and the nice part about it, is it scales. It scales to all of these third-party services that want to take advantage of it. And we're really excited about that. So, push notifications.